If you live life on the go and you need something quick and easy to throw together that is still healthy, I've got you covered. Hello, my honeys. My name is Healthy Emmy. I'm a nutritionist, a weight loss specialist, and the creator of the Slim on Starch program. Remember Rachel Ray's 30-minute meals? Healthy Emmy's 5-minute meals. That's what we're doing today. Today, I'm celebrating the launch of my new Healthy On The Go Cookbook. So this is designed for people that, like you and me, we're busy, we got things to do, but we don't want to compromise our health because of it. Remember, the tree that receives no water and no sunlight cannot bear fruit for others. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So it is imperative that you learn how to make your busy lifestyle and your healthy lifestyle mend into one. And the way that we do that is through meals like these. This meal in particular is from my 5-minute meals category in the Healthy On The Go Cookbook. So the Healthy On The Go Cookbook has a section for snacks that can be at room temperature that you can throw in your purse, meals that you can bring in your lunchbox, and then the 5-minute meals. So I'm gonna be showing you one of the 5-minute meals today, and we're gonna make it together. While doing this, because it takes 5 minutes is an overstatement. This is gonna take me less than 60 seconds to make. So while I do it, I'm gonna be walking you through 5 tips. If you are an on-the-go kind of healthy honey, here are 5 tips that you can implement to make sure that your healthy lifestyle isn't sacrificed. So I'm gonna take a large mixing bowl, and this is 1 mango that has been diced, and I'm just gonna throw this in. It is mango season, baby. Tip number 1 is to press pause. I know that we have go, go, go lifestyles, and sometimes it feels like we cannot pause. We have to keep going. But that is a recipe for burnout. And I'll tell you something, when I was learning about long distance running and marathon training, etc., if you are dead tired, you're actually better off stopping and walking than you are trying to keep running. You'll get more tired and you'll get a slower time in the end. You're better off pausing. So when you're out and the hustle and bustle is happening, don't fall into the trap of thinking, if I slow down, then that means everything else is going to slow down, everyone else is going to slow down, and everything else is going to fall apart. What I want you to do instead is press pause. Press pause with your finger to just go like that. And that's the reminder to your body to take a deep breath and slow down. So many of the decisions that we make that we're not proud of when it comes to food are ones that are made in haste. When we slow down, get our body into the parasympathetic rest and digest, we give ourselves an opportunity to get back in touch with our conscious mind and what our morals and values and beliefs are around food and how we should treat ourselves. Because remember, healthy eating is a form of self-care. So when we slow down, we give ourselves the opportunity to say, wait a minute, what do I really want to do here? Is this action aligned with the person that I want to be? Or am I reinforcing a behavioral pattern that I'm really trying to outgrow? Avocado time. Avocado and mango, especially when the mango is nice and ripe and juicy in the summer, forget about it. So I'm just cutting this avocado. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And I'll do a little crisscross here. Oh my gosh, this is a perfect avocado. It is so creamy. And in that'll go right into the bowl here. All right, my next tip for all you on the go healthy honeys is prep, prep, prep. Please, for the love of goodness, when you have the opportunity to make some things and put them in the fridge, do not waste that precious opportunity. When it's a Sunday and you're on the couch and you're scrolling and you're doom scrolling, or you're watching something on Netflix, or Lord knows where the time goes. We always find a way to putz around, don't we? If you build in intentionally into your schedule food prep time on the weekends, and listen, it doesn't have to be this hours-long debutante ball of a food prep. If you even take 10 minutes on a Sunday to just chop up some vegetables or throw some potatoes in the oven. I just put potatoes in the oven right before filming this video. It took 30 seconds to scrub them, put them in the oven, and turn the oven on. You do that, and then put in an entire tray, And then for the week, you've got all these sweet potatoes in the fridge. Or you take the strawberries out of the container and wash them and put them into another container so that they're ready to eat. Or you chop up the vegetables. If you schedule this in on Sundays or whatever day it is that you have off, I'll just say Sunday for the sake of this video, a Sunday well spent brings a week of content. So the reason why so many people are able to stick to their on-the-go healthy eating lifestyle is because the work was done beforehand. So we all have some downtime somewhere, and if we don't have time, then we can make time. And I know it's easy for us to say, I don't have time, but if you're watching this video, then you probably have time. What if you woke up 10 minutes earlier, and in that 10 minutes, you did food prep? Okay, world's creamiest avocado, needs a new home. So impressed with myself. Might make some sushi with that later. Okay. Next up, I'm going to throw in the recipe in the recipe book actually calls for black beans and chickpeas, but I was at the grocery store and I saw black-eyed peas and I said that would be a fun sort of switch up here. And you know, that is what is fun about these recipes, and also what makes these recipes so practical is it's not like in other recipes, or if you're baking, you have to be really, really careful and make sure that you have every single ingredient and there are no substitutions. But in this case, when you're making these healthy, whole food, plant-based meals, you can substitution galore. You can just mix and match to your dietary preferences. So I picked up some black-eyed peas. I'm just going to fill so that it fills up. I'm using the avocado shell right now to measure, so half an avocado's worth. The reason why is because these types of salads are really great when the main components, there's even amounts of all of them, so that'll give us an even amount. Okay, my next tip for you, emergency food. Pick meals or recipes that go well in the freezer. So like my Healthy Soups cookbook. My Healthy Soups cookbook, for example, this is a great option because you prep all the soups, and it doesn't have to be my Healthy Soups cookbook. If you have a bunch of soups that you like, then whatever you have that goes well in the freezer, prep maybe 3 of them. Choose one Sunday every month where you're gonna prep 3 emergency meals so that when emergencies happen and when chaos is happening, you're running from one place to the other, I didn't have time to go to the grocery store, let's just order pizza. You're not gonna just order pizza. You've got some soups in the freezer. Oh, we just got back from the trip, and so we got home at 9 o'clock at night, and we didn't have time to go grocery shopping, so we just picked up, we did Uber Eats, we picked up something from the corner store. You've got the emergency food in the freezer. If you are on the go, then you need energy, and what is one of the leading causes of low energy? Being low in vitamin B12. So please make sure that you're supplementing with your vitamin B12. This is the cleanest one you're gonna find. All the other ones are nasty, so get this one. It is linked in the down bar. No sugar, no oil, no GMOs, no gross stuff, just B12. All right, red onion. Chopped red onion. I'm gonna throw in about 1/4 of a cup of that. I'm just gonna start mixing this very gently because I don't want the avocado to get all crushed. All right, I have 2 more tips for you. Number 4, reevaluate your schedule. I know it's easy to say that we don't have time or we're running around like crazy, but I'm willing to bet that because you're running around like crazy, that's what's making everything take so much longer. If you were to sit down and really look at your schedule and tighten it up, what is the name of that principle where things take as long as you allow them for? So if you schedule a meeting for an hour, it's gonna take an hour when really you could probably get the same amount done in 30 minutes if you just schedule it for 30 minutes. So how much lost time are we having here? There is an app called Toggl, Toggl. It's a great app. It tracks your time. And I would encourage you, if you feel like you're just losing time, you don't know where the time goes, to use an app like that so that you can find out what is happening here? Where is all of my time going, and where can I make more time to sit down and eat? And that's gonna lead us into my last tip, but let me finish this. Now I have 1/4 of a cup of, this is the fire roasted corn. This one is from Whole Foods, but you can use any corn. It can be frozen, it can be canned corn, fresh corn. Oh my goodness, fresh corn in the summer, absolutely. And then I added in, oh, and by the way, the corn and the bell pepper, this is just a little bit of red bell pepper. These were add-ins that I just chose to add in. They are not requirements. When I made this Healthy on the Go cookbook, as you can see in this recipe in particular, I do state that there are plenty of add-ins, like you could do quinoa, or you could do rice, or you could even put this over a salad and make it into a lettuce. But I just love this because it's so tasty, it's so easy, it's so quick. You could even put it in your lunchbox. If you have family, they could eat this with potato chips. Okay. Now I'm gonna add in some cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, you can just omit it. And I would say it's about 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro for the amount that I'm making for this recipe. And then I'm gonna add in the juice of a lime. And then in the recipe book, I do have that you're adding spices like cumin. However, I'm gonna be sharing this with my boyfriend and he doesn't like things spicy, so I'm just gonna add some black pepper. Crack a black pepper. All right, this is gorgeous beyond gorgeous. Let's serve it up. Oh my gosh, so good. And then my final tip for you is to, when you can, and please make time if you can, if you work through your lunch, perhaps consider doing 20 minutes of work and then 40 minutes of lunch as opposed to 60 minutes of work and lunch, because when you try to do 2 things, you're just doing 2 things poorly. So what I would encourage you to do, if possible, is to sit down. I'm sure many people watching this video are standing as they're eating. They're running from one appointment to the next. So if you have the opportunity to sit down, it's so important. It helps your body get into rest and digest, because when you're up moving, that sends the signal to your brain that it's time to move. It's fight or flight. Now it's not the time for digestion. So what will happen is blood will flow away from the digestive tract toward the arms and the limbs, the legs, the limbs, to get you away from the perceived predator, since you're up and moving. This doesn't mean that walking after a meal is bad. Walking after a meal is actually a really great thing. But when you're actually eating, if you're walking and up and out and about while you're eating and moving, not gonna be great for digestion. So sit while you're eating, and then you can get up and be on the go. All right, honeys, I have to know, since we're talking about life on the go, do you work inside of the home, outside of the home, or are you retired? Or are you a hybrid healthy honey? Let me know in the comments. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.